What if I told you that the most terrifying horror movie ever made is buried right in the middle of the Bible? I'm not talking about demons or ghosts. I'm talking about the ground beneath your feet, suddenly turning into a hungry, liquid mouth that swallows people alive. This isn't a fantasy. This happened. And the reason it happened will mess with you. Alright, so we're diving into one of the most brutally metal stories in the entire Old Testament. The event is called the Rebellion of Korah. And trust me, the name doesn't do it justice. So, picture this. Moses is leading over 1 million Israelites through the desert. It's hot, they're hungry, they're complaining about the food. It's a whole mess. And Moses is taking all the heat. But he's not the one in charge. He says God is. Then, this guy Korah steps up. Korah wasn't some nobody. He was from a famous family. He was wealthy. He had status. And he gets about 250 other important, well-respected leaders together. And they form a committee. Yeah, a committee of rebellion. They march up to Moses and Aaron, and they basically say this: "You think you're so special? Who died and made you boss? Everyone here is holy. Why do you and your brother get to be the top dogs? You're no better than the rest of us." Now, pause. Doesn't that sound weirdly familiar? That "who does he think he is" feeling? We've all felt that about someone in charge. This isn't some ancient, hard-to-understand thing. This is about jealousy, pride, and wanting to tear down the person at the top. It's human nature. And that's what makes what happens next so terrifying. Moses hears them out. And instead of arguing, he does something shocking. He says, "Fine. You want to lead? Tomorrow morning. Bring your fire pans, bring your incense. We'll let God decide who is holy and who should lead." So the next day comes. It's showdown time. Korah and his 250 guys show up, ready to perform the priestly duties, ready to take over. Moses and Aaron are there. The whole community is gathered, probably thinking, "Ooh, drama." And then the glory of God appears, and God tells Moses and Aaron, "Step back. I'm about to wipe out this entire congregation seriously." Moses and Aaron beg for the people, and God tells everyone to get away from the tents of Korah and his main crew. Now, here's where you got to pay attention. The climax is coming. Moses tells everyone, "If these men die a normal death, then God didn't send me. But if the earth opens its mouth and swallows them whole, then you'll know they messed with the wrong authority." He literally just finishes saying this, and the ground starts to shake. A deep, groaning split opens in the earth, right under the feet of Korah, his family, and all their stuff. This isn't a little crack. The Bible says the earth opened its mouth, and it just swallowed them. Them, their tents, their families, everything. They fell down into this pit, alive, and the earth closed back over them like nothing ever happened. They were just gone, erased from the community in a second. But wait, it gets worse. Remember the 250 other guys holding their incense burners? Fire shoots out from God and just consumes them. They're turned to ash on the spot. 1 minute, they're rebels with a cause. The next minute, they're in a hole in the ground or a pile of ashes. The craziest part, the very next day, the people wake up and they're complaining to Moses again. They're like, "You killed them. You're a murderer. Can you believe the nerve?" And another plague hits them. It's like they didn't even learn. Be careful who you challenge and check your motives before you do. Let me know in the comments what you think. Was this justice? Or was it too extreme? Would you have followed Korah? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And maybe, watch your step.